What is going on, my people? How do I want part 2 to end? Welcome to another video, ladies and gentlemen. If it's your first time here, make sure you smash that like button, give us a thumbs up, jump in the comment section down below. Let me know if you agree with any of the points that I raised in this video. The conversation starts here, but it carries on down there, and let's get into it. How do I want part 2 to end? Well, I've gone on record to say that even though we're in season 6 of Cobra Kai, the final season, there is a very specific ingredient I love in a 3-act structure. Now, anyone who's followed me for any stretch of time, you know exactly where I'm going with this. The second act is arguably, in my opinion, the most important act, because it's the act where the characters face the most growth, they face the most setbacks, the most challenges, and it doesn't typically speaking end well. It ends on a pretty dark note, setting up the redemption piece for the third act. Now, I know people could say, oh yeah, but Tori joined Cobra Kai. Yeah, that's a dark twist, but it's more tragic than anything. I'm not saying I want full Revenge of the Sith here, but I think there needs to be a specific ingredient in part 2 specifically. And season 6 is, you know, it's season 6, but it is very much its own thing. There is a 3-act structure they're clearly following. And for me, I feel like the way part 2 ends is essentially as follows. I'm going to start by going off of this. Dimitri is injured. He's comatized or comatose or whatever the expression is. Comment down below. You can tell I'm not clued up with all that stuff. But Dimitri's out of it. He's completely and absolutely out of it. Either Yoon or Kwon or whoever has taken his head completely off his shoulders. He's out of it. That's one. The second, Robbie fights Kwon in the captain's fight. He wins. However, big however, Terry Silver reemerges at that specific moment to say, ho, 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 hold on a minute. You thought that you were going to win. No. And that's when Silver unravels his plan and his plot to say, hey, I've rigged this whole thing. You ain't winning nothing. So then it's in complete disarray. Everyone's thinking, oh my God, wait, Robbie's got the dub. What's going on here? And then there is an unsanctioned match, or a match that was never meant to happen, now needs to happen between certain person here and whoever Silver chooses. Now, I reckon that would most likely be Axel based on the information that we know. So, not only do you have a way where you can pay off both of these boys here, what the Force is to Star Wars, how, you know, like any Star Wars fans, they use the Force to get out of any situation that, you know, they explain it all away. Oh, because it's the Force. When you have Terry Silver, you can easily satisfy both of these two characters right here with a win in their own right. That's the privilege of having someone like Silver. But you've got Dimitri that's injured, Robbie that's being prevented again, but he's done the job. He's done the job. But Silver's unveiled himself and said, hey, you thought you were going to have it? You thought, but no, you're not going to have it. And then you're like, oh my God, what could possibly get... How could this get even more intense? Like, Dimitri's hurt. We have no idea if he's going to make it or not. He's probably going to make it. We have no idea if he's going to make it or not. Silver's back in the fold. Miyagi-Do hasn't got the victory yet. What's going to happen now? And then, cut to credits. That's how I would end part 2. Now, a lot of people are going to probably be very pissed at that, but that's how I would do it. And I remember while I was at Scotland Comic Con, I had conversations with people, as many who came up to me. This is something I've been really advocating for, is you work a way so that Silver rigs it so that Miyagi-Do don't have it. Like, again, Robbie's done the job. He's done the job. But because you need to pay off so many characters, including Silver, and you want to introduce Silver in a very grand kind of way. You don't want to just have him walk in like some Saturday morning cartoon villain, you know, and be like, hey guys, no mercy. Like, you don't want that. Yeah, I want something a bit deeper. I want something a bit sinister. I want something that's a bit more malicious, like he's been working behind the scenes this entire time. And you know, there is a popular theory out there amongst fans, and people have even presented this to me, and it's something I very much agree with. is that Silver has hired mercenaries in the tournament. Jesus Christ, this is how you know we're in the final season. He has hired mercenaries in the tournament that are there not to win, they're just to do damage. They are just to do damage. And whether that is to Kreese and Sensei Kim's Cobra Kai, whether that is, you know, Johnny and Daniel's Miyagi-Do, whatever the case is, Silver, I guarantee it, has people in that tournament that are working for him that are under his books. And they're there. There is a system in place to try and get him the dub. And another popular theory out there is that this dojo that Axel's a part of, called Iron Dragons, is actually being funded by Silver. Now, if that's the case, if that is the case, I could be wrong, but if that's the case, I guarantee you Silver is going to force a moment where Robbie can't get that trophy because of some under-the-table tactics or what have you. So again, Robbie's done the job, but Silver has worked a way out to prevent him from getting it, to keep Axel in the spotlight, who then needs to step up and finish the job. So therefore, both of them pay it off. But that's how I would end part 2. You end it in a way where most of us are going to be thinking, oh my God, what the... And again, everything I've said here can be completely wrong. This is just me shooting off the dome, speaking theory. But you end it in such a way where it throws the characters into chaos. Like, us as fans, you know, if Silver does that, we all know the person that's going to bring the dub home right there. We know. But the characters in universe are going to be thrown into disarray. They're going to be like, oh my God, how can this get any worse? Like, we've got one of our kids in hospital who probably may or may not make it. You've got Silver that's involved. You've got Kreese standing there. All these different factors coming to a head at the same time would be absolutely insane. And that's how I would end it. You end it in such a way where there's not too many questions. There's just a feeling of dread. Like, oh no, we might lose. Like, you get to the final hurdle and you could choke. You could lose. Now, obviously, the way this show is designed, and to address these comments of Cobra Kai is going to win, or no, Miyagi-Do is going to win, that you're in the final season, there is no way Miyagi-Do doesn't win. Cobra Kai started from Karate Kid. Miyagi-Do always gets the win in the end. Always. However, big however, the show is also called Cobra Kai. So there could be a way that Cobra Kai could get a little dub. I'm not saying they'll win the Sekai Taikai, but there is definitely something that Cobra Kai can achieve. However, with that being said, and the reason why I've been so against Cobra Kai winning anything, is Johnny is in Miyagi-Do. He is Cobra Kai now. It's not Kreese, it's not Sensei Kid, it's none of that. The Cobra Kai that we love and the one that we grew with is Johnny's Cobra Kai, not theirs. Like, it's theirs has been and gone. It's had its time, done. But jump in the comment section down below, guys and girls. Let me know if you agree with any of the points that I've raised in this video. I think I've touched upon a few interesting things. There's definitely moments where I've probably not made any sense, but hopefully you guys are able to piece little bits together and see my thought process behind certain things. So jump in that comment section, guys and girls. I'll see you in another video very, very soon. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We move ever closer to part 2. We're so close now. So close.